So the first question was really around corporate diversity. I don't know which way we want to go with that, but you know, you've been in that space for a long time, and so let's just get in a dialogue around the changes that you see, right? The evolution of it, and the evolution I've seen. Like, I've been in part of that as well. So yeah.
Right. I'll tell you that for me, I've been in this industry since its inception. So I've been in there for 31 years, but my father was a pioneer before me. So he got his PhD in psychology from the University of Cincinnati, worked as an internal consultant at Procter& Gamble, and really did some of the early work that we look at now and say, oh my goodness, that work was brutal. It was all wrong. No, I saw some real change happen. So my mom was a preacher, my dad was a consultant, and it was common for me to see the same behaviors in both places, tears, grown people crying. But honestly, he left Procter& Gamble, started his own business in the mid-'70s, and died of a massive heart attack in 1982. And I really think that a lot of that was just due to the stress of trying to bring about change. And so I think that we've seen some movement, but movement is slow. Progress is slow. But I think there's a lot of things that you can look at and say that a lot of people of color and other marginalized people have moved into new and different positions, but we still have too many too many pioneers, that is just starting today. So I think that we've got some ways to go.
It'd be interesting to think a little bit about the weight, right? So you have a lot of people that are practicing this D&I concept and the weight of that, like the burden. You said your dad, died from a massive heart attack, and the burden of that is hard. It's hard work because you're not just you're taking on the emotional labor that you're oftentimes, as a person of color or a marginalized person, which is often those that are in those positions, you're experiencing the organization yourself, yet you are asked to hold the work for the organization in a lot of ways and transform the organization along with other people. But many times the accountability kind of rests with you. So it'd be interesting to think about the burden and what amount of courage does it take to even be in those positions.